Okay, you guys. So basically, I told you that this the fact that a lot of residential clients want you to look at their space before you give them a price quote. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it really is ridiculous. There is no reason why you need to spend time driving to a location. Sometimes they're late, sometimes you have to wait for the cat to go inside or the neighbor to stop by or whatever. I have heard so many stories. I have seen it myself in person, and that's why I stopped doing on sites. I stopped doing on sites for homes and for small offices because it's not worth my time. The first year I did on science, I spent more than 20% of the time driving to and from locations. The meeting would last 10 to 15 minutes, and then you feel like you're rushing because they always wanted to meet you during dinner time. They didn't have the time, so they will rush you through the space. You felt rushed, you couldn't really talk to them. I felt like it was the biggest waste of time. And I decided that I was going to put together a simple spreadsheet, and I deleted a few of the sizes of the home so you could see it in one screen. But basically, I created a spreadsheet that I used. I automated it so the office staff and myself we had the same information, and basically we will ask the client when they call for the quote. We will tell them before we schedule regular service, we do have to perform a one-time cleaning to bring your home up to our company standards. And basically, this cleaning is going to consist of, and then you'll give them the whole rundown. And then after this cleaning is done, we will put together a proposal for your review, and it will be based on the main observation of the home. We will have a meeting to discuss the price based on the frequency that you would like, and then we'll put this proposal for your review. The way you present this information is key because you don't want it seem like you don't want to meet with them. You want to make it seem like in order for us to understand your home, we really want to perform the first deep cleaning, and then from there, in order for us to give you an accurate pricing, then after the mains provide us with all the information we need, we will make sure to put together a proposal that makes sense for your needs. That information presented that way saved me so much time from going to and from on site. I'm telling you, I spend so much time on the road trying to meet clients, residential clients, and small offices. And then a lot of them, they're not going to become your clients because you know your conversion rate. If I'm only closing 30% of my clients, that means that before I get 3 clients, I have to see 10 potential clients. That's a lot of time wasted. If you can come up with the same process that I have, you will be saving so much time. And if you have a supervisor doing on site, you could be saving a lot of money on payroll because essentially what you're doing is that you're telling the client, listen, before I give you a regular price, I want to do a deep cleaning. If you offer discounts, you can give them a little discount. You can say, I'm going to give you a 10% discount if you sign up for my newsletter, blah, 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 blah. But you want to make it seem like the deep cleaning is the first step into the relationship that you're going to create with them. Now, there are some clients that are extremely persistent, especially if they have a large house or if they have a lot of requirements, that you definitely do want to go and take a look at their houses, just so you know that you're going to give them the right price based on their services needs, the surfaces, if they have any pets, if they work from home and they have a lot of don't touch this, don't touch that, then yeah, you probably will want to go and see those houses. But I'm telling you, since I started doing this process with this spreadsheet and then automating this spreadsheet so the office assistant and everyone in my team have the same information, so everybody is highly consistent. In the office at one point we could have 5 people in the office, all of us use the same information. That way we all provide the client with the right information each and every time. Once you start doing this, you are not going to have to deal with on-site unless it's a client that really needs a lot of attention. From time to time, in a year, we could have potentially 2-3 clients that say, I need to meet with you in person, otherwise I'm not going to hire you. Then yeah, of course, you're going to go out and do the on-site for these people. But for the most part, most of the clients that you're going to meet that require services, they're going to be people that are okay with you saying, I need to do it on site. This is how much it costs. This is what I can give you in a discount if you offer discount. This is what I'm willing to give you, or this is what we're offering right now at this point where we have a 10% discount, or we have 50% off if you sign up for regular service. I'll be happy to apply that to your first cleaning, and I'll put together a proposal for you for weekly, bi-weekly, every 3-4 weeks, or whatever frequency you offer. So I hope this is helpful. Again, the key is to make sure that the customer understand the process. So your office staff and yourself have to be very clear before you get to this spreadsheet. You want to make sure that you know the process and that is clearly communicated in the entire office so everybody follows the same process. I'll be happy to send you this spreadsheet, but again, it's very simple. You basically take the number of studio, bedrooms, bathrooms, the size of the square footage. So basically what I did is that I know very well that if I'm going to send a team of 2 people to a studio that is less than 350 square feet, that they're going to be there for an hour to an hour, like less than an hour to an hour. So I'm not going to dispatch anyone for less than an hour. Let's say if that's your your company policy, you want to start at 1 hour. Like, no, I'm not going to send a team. I'm not going to dispatch a team to a cleaning unless the client pays a minimum fee of, and then you make sure that that's here. So you will put 1 hour. If it's 1 hour and 30 minutes, you'll put an hour and 30 minutes. If it's 2 hours, you will put 2 hours, just so you know and the office know that this is the really minimum that you are willing to schedule a cleaning for. And then if it takes 2 hours and this unit is occupied without appliances, this is what it means. The W is without appliances. So if it takes 2 hours for an occupied unit without appliances, then if you have the unit occupied and they need oven and fridge, this is how much it could be. So let's say it's 2 to 2.5. If it's a move out, the unit is empty and they need cabinets, fridge, and oven, then let's say you have a minimum and they still is going to be a minimum. So you might say, okay, well, they still could be there 2.5 hours because I'm going to add the cabinets and they might be in really bad condition. Or if you don't know, you can say 2 to 2.5 hours. And then the office assistant job is to make sure that they give them a range. You will never want to tell a client, I'm going to have 2 cleaners there for 2 hours. You will always want to give them a range. I will have 2 cleaners there approximately from 2 to 2.5 hours or from 2 to 3 hours, but you never want to be so specific that if the cleaners go over or under, that the client gets upset with you. And sometimes when the cleaners go under, surprisingly enough, you're going to have some people that are going to be upset with you. So you want to have a range. Now, this is what happens if the unit is occupied and they need the oven and fridge, but they also need to add the wall. That's why the wall is here. And then you might want to add another column here that says, okay, the unit is empty and they need laundry, occupied and they need laundry. Then you're going to figure out how long it's going to take you to do the laundry, and you're going to add another column here. And then you go into the regular service, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly range. So you give the office assistant a range. So it could be, if it's a weekly and it's a studio and you want to say it's going to be $70, you say $70. If it's bi-weekly, you might say $95. If it's a monthly, you might say $105. Whatever it might be, whether this is $110, $125, whatever it is. Here you see that I have a little key legend that says 15 extra per half bedroom, 25 extra per bedroom, and 33 extra for common areas. This you can change. And then what happens is let's say it's 25 and 45. I'm just making these numbers up. Then what happens is every time you go here and you're having 1.5 bathroom, you got to make sure that you start and you give what is the minimum that you're going to dispatch for. And then now that they have 1.5 bathroom, so they have 0.5 bathroom extra, and we're saying that that's $20. And you're saying that a 2 bedroom, so this one might be, let's say 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, and then this one might be, oh, well, I'm adding an extra bathroom, so this one I'm going to start 3 hours. So, and now you got to go across and say, okay, if this is occupied without appliances, and this one is with oven and fridge, how long does it take your staff to do an oven, and how long does it take them to do a fridge? And then you add that. So let's say you say it takes 3 hours if it's no appliances, and it's going to take us 4.5 hours with 2 people if the oven and fridge is included. So that's it. That's how much you anticipate. So, but what you don't want to do is just give them a specific number. So you want to say it could be between 4 to 5 hours with 2 people. I'm just making these numbers up to give you an idea, guys. I'm not saying that this is what I'm charging. I'm just saying this is an overview, so you figure out how you charge your clients, and then you got to make sure that you have this spreadsheet finalized for your office staff and for yourself. So when the client calls, you don't have to think about it. All you got to ask is what is the customer home, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what's the square footage, do you have any pets, when do you need the service? And then as soon as they tell you some of this information, you could be looking at the range. So if a client calls and says, I have a 100 square feet unit and I have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, how much do you charge? Then you say, okay, so, and do you have any pets? And how soon do you need the service? And where are you located? What city are you located? What else do you need? Do you need the oven and the fridge to be cleaned the inside? Do you need the cabinets? Are you moving in or are you moving out? So all of these questions you have to make sure that you ask so you have the right range. And then if they say, you know what I'm really looking for is weekly service, then you say, that's excellent. I'll be happy to help you with that. Basically, the way we work is that before we can provide you with a weekly proposal, we have to take a look at the house, and the best way to do that is to provide you with a first deep cleaning, because our first cleaning is always a deep cleaning, and we need to make sure that we bring the homes to the company standards so we can maintain your home on a weekly basis and do a really good job for you. For when would you like to book your first deep cleaning? And then you take it from there. So you're not giving them the opportunity for them to say, I want you to come and look at my house, because the moment that becomes a problem and you have to go, they don't know if they're going to hire you. Of course, they will never know, because if you go and do the deep cleaning, it could be a disaster. So my point is, the most things that you do to really efficiently do everything in the office, so you don't have to even calculate on the top of your head of the calculator. All you got to do is look at a spreadsheet and get in touch with the client, understand what the client is looking for, so you can give them what they need. And then you look at this spreadsheet and you say, okay, the first deep cleaning could take between 2 to 2.5 hours. We can offer you service on specific day, and we can be there with the arrival window between X and X. Would you like to book for that time frame? And then you take it from there. I hope this helps, guys. Let me know if it does. Leave me a comment on YouTube or send me an email. My website is tremendouslife.com, and I hope to see you on the next one. Ciao.